Hello, bienvenue. Welcome to Montreal by Night, Hunter Venue. This scene is set in the back of Renee's truck. She has several of her practice dummies up. She's in the process of teaching Abby how better to defend herself. So she might feel better about leaving her alone once in a while. And Renee is showing Abby her techniques for fighting, which is using more than just her hands. It's using her hands, her elbows, her knees, her feet, kind of incorporating that whole body technique. And she's, I would do a roll just to see how amazingly undistracted she is with doing this in front of Abby. She was quickly striking arms, arms, head, arms, legs, legs, torso, torso, arms, legs, head, arms, in fairly quick succession. As she looks to Abby. Now that is basically what we are going to be working on. Which step of it do you want to start with, madame?
Well, Abby, having been a bounty hunter, knows some self-defense techniques. So she's probably more interested in the quicker strikes. So she'd say, I think just getting faster at doing some of this stuff, because I learned a lot of these moves when I was training. And of course, I've been off duty for a while, so I'm probably a bit rusty. So maybe just start with the basics.
Very well, then she goes over and picks up punching pads that she puts one on each hand and holds them up. Alright.
All right. And 2 successes. She throws a few decent punches.
Not bad, not bad. Faster.
All right. Again, still a bit higher numbered successes, so probably a little bit faster, but still about the same as it was before.
Do I have to put these down and start slapping you back when you are not going fast enough?
No, let me. She repositions herself and gets a bit of determination in her eyes, but she still isn't quite going as fast as Renee would like. Stuck on 2 successes.
Come on, Abby. You are faster than this. I have seen it.
No, that time she doesn't get anything.
Alright, fine, that is how you want it. And she pulls off the... No, she leaves them on, actually, the padding things. She says, alright, faster, or I will be hitting you with these.
She kind of glares at her a little bit and then tries it one more time. And she at least connects this time, but still not as fast as Renee wants her to go.
Well, she manages to pad the hit that you hit into the punching pads and then hits you upside the head with the other one.
Ow! Look, I'm doing the best that I can. I'm sorry.
You can do better. Come on.
All right. There we go. And that smack upside the head gave her a little bit of extra oomph, probably much to her dismay, of motivation as she then just pounds the crap out of those pads.
There we go. You are getting better already. See? You just needed the proper motivation, madame.
She grins and glares at Renee at the same time.
Alright, you're getting the speed down. Your accuracy is fairly good. Alright, next up we are going to work on toughness. Okay?
All right. Toughness.
Yes, she moves the punching dummies back and brings out the. It's an 8x8 pillar of wood with rope wrapped around it, most of the length of it. What is Abby currently wearing?
Probably just regular workout clothes like sweatpants and a t-shirt or tank top.
Alright, take off your pants.
She takes her pants off.
Alright, now you are going to be kicking and punching this, preferably with your shins, knees, forearms, and elbows.
All right. And she will attempt that. And um she will not connect with anything. As a matter of fact, she looks like that she about loses her balance, but it's not a botch, so she doesn't fall flat on her ass. But she definitely doesn't connect with anything.
With the punching pad on, she bops you in the back of the head. Focus.
Well, I'm not usually right. Um, there we go.
It hurts.
I'm sure. Abby winces as she's kicking and punching this thing. Understands what it's for, and she keeps doing it.
Renee seems to be walking around you, watching. Good, good. Make sure you get your forearms and elbows.
And she does. She takes all of the instruction that Renee gives her, and yeah.
Stepping closer. Get your thigh into it.
She does so, and she looks. With the more instruction that Renee gives, the more determined she looks.
You're welcome to pee in the ear if you want to know how she thinks you're doing. Or you can just keep punching and kicking and doing as you're told, like a good little girl.
Well, what does my peony give me?
She looks pleased that you're taking instruction well, you're doing as she's asked you.
Abby will get a little bit of a smirk on her face, pleased with herself that Renee seems pleased with what she's doing, and goes back to it. And I'll make one more roll just to see. Yeah.
Very good.
And she'll continue working that way as long as if until Renee probably stops her. Uh, well, actually, let me make a stamina roll to see how long she lasts. Well, she can keep going for a little bit.
And Renee leaves you there doing that, and she goes over and sits at her computer.
She'll go a few more minutes, probably 5 to 10, before stopping. Her body very, very sore. I would imagine that she probably has some bruises.
If she doesn't, she wasn't doing it hard enough.
Exactly. So, uh, yeah. So she'll stop when. Well, let's see. Surprisingly, she could still keep going, but this is the first time that she's actually really done something this grueling. So, but she's taking the punishment to her body well. But she'll go ahead and stop.
Meanwhile, over on the computer, Renee is doing some internet searches. Ooh, yay! That is not bad. You hear her muttering to herself. That one is not bad. I do not like the location as much though. There are a few options here. Definitely we'll have to go look at them in person though. Yes. I wonder, do they have any over on the other side? About the same. Not bad. I have to take her with me to go look at some of these. Let's see what kind of things we come up with. And you can hear the printer start going while as you're wrapping up what you're doing with the practicing, the beating the crap out of yourself.
She did what now?
Renee was muttering to herself, and as you're wrapping up, you hear the printer printing.
Ah, okay. When she hears the printer printing, she'll look at it as she's stopping. She's looking over at the printer.
It's printing papers. And Renee is getting up and walking towards the printer.
She walks over.
Oh, these are just some things. I was doing some thinking, and I suppose I should be asking you your opinion on it. How do I say this? And she just hands you the batch of paper she just printed out.
Abby kind of looks at Renee curiously and looks at the papers, and she'll sit down and go through them.
They're real estate listings.
Oh, what's all this?
Well, I was doing some thinking, and if you do not hurry, please tell me, and I will change my thinking about this. You were wanting to bring people together to have a bit of, what is the word, camaraderie, unity, and that generally works better when you have a location, a base of operations. And so I was looking into some real estate areas that I thought would be appropriate for such a thing, preferably backing up to green space, generally on the outer edges of the city where you can get more land, roads amenable to my truck, with at least one building and a fair amount of clear land, or land that can be cleared if necessary.
I through these she's listening to Renee. That's racing a bit. Huh. Huh.
And I think she may have frozen. Yep. Mostly, sort of, kind of, I hope.
Will you hear me? No, I'm not.
All right. It seems we're starting to catch up now. Am I back now?
Am I back?
We're at about a 4-second delay.
I know.
Please hold while we work on this technical difficulty. How about now?
How about now?
All right, let me try. Do, 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 do. Please hold while we restart their connection. She was doing so wonderfully during the fighting too. I was so happy with it.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me? Okay. So she was saying, as she was looking through the papers, not
That is what I was thinking. For my searches, quickly, these are the better candidates that I saw for what I was thinking you had in mind, or would have in mind if I talked to you about it.
yeah, especially if we had a place for others to stay. Uh, I think that it would work.
So would you like to put your clothes on and go for a ride, and we will check out a couple of these locations?
Sure, we can do that. Yeah. Papers down. Before she goes to, she will wrap her arms around Renee.
Doing this while you are half naked do not get us off doing. And she seems to lose her trail of thought, or maybe her drive to continue that trail.
She presses up against her. Makes you what?
It is a bit, how you say, distracting.
Oh, is it now? I didn't realize. And she starts kissing on her neck.
Of course you would not realize, your little tart.
Well, I suppose if you really want to go look at stuff right now, I'll stop this and go get dressed.
Well, the sooner we get that other stuff done, the sooner we can just be lost in ourselves for the rest of the evening.
I do quite like the sound of that, I think. She pulls away from Renee slowly, trailing her fingers along her arms as she pulls away. And then uh, she goes over and gets her pants, making sure that she bends over in front of Renee.
You get a pinch on the ass.
She puts her pants back on and her shoes and stuff and grabs her jacket.
And while she's getting dressed, Renee gets the bike out and the helmets. And once she has her pants on, she opens the tailgate of the truck, lowers or puts out the lift, lowers the bike and herself to the ground, waits for Renee or Abby, and then closes and locks everything up, and they head off.
And they do. They go look at a few places. Um, Abby gives her critique on them, if, how well she'd think it works, if it was too big, too small, whatever. Um, and then they get back probably around what, sunset?
Yeah, probably sunset, maybe a little after if they stopped for dinner on the way.
Yeah, they probably would have, since they've been out all day and neither one of them would want to cook when they got back, so they would have stopped for dinner. And then they come and Abby goes, beckons for Renee to.
And Renee will come to her, dropping her jacket on the counter.
How did I do today for the training?
Once I got you properly motivated, you're doing quite well.
Yeah, I guess I did need a little bit of motivation, or maybe I just wanted your hands on me.
If all you needed was my hands on you, you should have said so. I would have had them on there sooner.
I'm sure you would have. Didn't realize that was what I needed, though.
I am getting to think that that is what you always need.
Yeah, I think I do. Like right now. And she pulls Renee close to her.
But madame, we are both women, and she puts her hand up to her mouth in a very faux kind of expression.
Oh, shut up. It's 2017, and she kisses her.
And she will kiss her back.
And we will end this with them lost in their throes of passion for each other. Uh, thank you, players playing. Thank you, watchers.